guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and studying me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Kingsguard, Leandros' Path. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming not safe for work videos. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. And who knows, maybe things could turn out between the two of you. Leandros has turned down every beast woman he's ever met. I doubt he would have eyes for me. Well, he never said that he didn't love you, did he? What do you mean? I can't say that I know enough about him, but Leandros seems like the type to hide how he's truly feeling. And to be honest, it sounds to me he turned you down out of commitment, if anything. For how you describe him, he sounds pretty steadfast in his ways of returning order to the kingdom. He knows that as a king you need to have a queen by your side. Perhaps he doesn't want to get in the way of that. Really didn't want to hold on to any more false hope, but Jaws was right. Leandros was always committed to his work and was as straight-laced as they came. The way that he spoke to you last night, it was almost as though he was making excuses. You knew full well that nothing could happen between the two of you, and he likely knew that as well. Perhaps it wasn't you that he was talking to, but himself. You know, maybe not now, but there could still be a chance when things have settled down. Maybe, but I think for now I just want things to stay the same between us. Are you sure? If you're king, you could probably get anyone you want, even make laws to allow you two to be together. I don't want to be the kind of king who abuses my power for my own self-interest. Perhaps years ago I may have, but I want the best for my people and my kingdom. I just wish that Leandros would let me come along with him, especially if he really is planning on leaving me. Huh, you're not going with him. He wants me to stay. Why is that? He doesn't think he can protect me. A guy like him? Really? I mean, he is still recovering, so that is one thing, but I can't imagine someone like him having trouble beating down a few baddies. I mean, I had trouble dealing with him, and that was when he was delirious. Well, he seems better now, but I guess he just doesn't think he's strong enough, or maybe it really is because I'm a liability. I can sort of see where he's coming from. What I mean is how he would need to protect you in battle when it's already hard enough trying to defend oneself. I mean, look at me. It's how he got... Never mind. He's supposed to be your guard, though. That's his job, right? Still, he wishes for me to stay behind, just like back on the ship. He was going to drop me off at my aunt and uncle's estate, then head up for Renero right after. Maybe he's right. What can I do against assassins and the like? It's a miracle I'm here right now. So far, this place seems safe enough. It's isolated from the goings of the mainland. I would never have to worry about my life, and it's calm and peaceful. Perhaps I should stay behind. Your voice says one thing, but your heart says another. What do you mean? You don't sound like that is what you want. It's never been about what I want. Nothing has ever been. Even were I to go against his verdict, I'm sure he would find a way to keep me here. He's always been stubborn like that. Off in the distance, you saw the beast man in question. He was staggering around and flicking his feet free of mud with each step. I guess I should probably go now. Hey, Jake, would you mind waiting here for a moment? Second now. Yeah. It's 1:30. It's 1:30 p.m. and I'm drinking coffee, kind of early. I also just had an edible, so I'm going to be fucking loopy soon. Should be fun. Alright. Huh? Hey there, Leandros. Mind if we have a quick chat? Wait, Jaws! Before you could stop him, the shark was already in a jaunt right over towards the lion. Even with the mud as an obstacle, he easily made it to Leandros in seconds and was striking up a conversation. You didn't know what Jaws had planned, especially after telling him all last night, but you hoped he wouldn't say anything to make things more awkward between you and Leandros. As they talked, Leandros would take a brief glance in your direction before turning back to get angry at Jaws. You couldn't tell what they were saying, but eventually the shark was able to calm him down. In the end, Leandros almost looked defeated, and Jaws came running right back over towards you. Sorry about that. Jaws, what did you say? I just gave that cowardly lion a little push is all. A push? You didn't... Well, I'll leave the two of you alone again. Head Ayana, go get something to make for us, but it's taken her a while, so I'm gonna go check on her. If you're hungry, then wait here for us, okay? Hey! Jaws packed up the rest of his supplies, threw them over his back, and saluted to you before he left, leaving you all alone with Leandros staring at the ground in the distance. When you figured he wasn't going to come to you, you started over towards him. Good morning, Leandros. Ah, Jake, good morning. You were gone for so long I was beginning to worry. Sorry about that. I only intended to be out for a stroll, but then I saw Jaws and kind of lost track of time. We were repairing Ayana's house. The roof had a bit of a leak. So that's why you were with him. Jake, Yes? Never mind. Leandros, whatever Jaws talked to you about, it's okay. I understand. Do you mind if we take a stroll down at the beach? Oh, sure. Oh, God. What the fuck? Okay, alright. Okay, I'm an idiot. I should have just kept reading. Blah. Maybe the stuff is starting to take effect already. By the time you got down to the beach, the darkened skies were replaced with bright blues. The calming waves crashing along the shore brought forth even more wreckage for you to search through, but it would have to be saved until later. This place really is so different from home, so quiet and peaceful. You turned around and found Leandros had stopped in his tracks several paces behind you. He was staring out at the sea. Maybe it's something that only he could see with those beastmen eyes of his. Or perhaps he was staring at nothing at all. I can't help but think that this is some sort of dream. Like I'll wake up any moment, return to the reality of the world, and all the dangers that come with it. You're not the only one feeling that way. No, I know how hard things have been for you, and I know that I should feel at ease, yet I'm tense, knowing that there are others out there suffering while I lay about this island. You can't feel bad about that. After what happened, we're stuck here. I know. What are your thoughts about this place? Mine? Well, I agree that it certainly is peaceful. The worries of the world seem so far away out here on this island. It almost feels like we're in another world out there. But, I do miss the city, the people, and the action. There's always something to do, always new people to see. I see. You always did love the city streets. I'm actually kind of the opposite, to be honest. Living in a major city now, I will take the quiet of the countryside again. Jake, I wanted to talk to you again about yesterday. You felt your heart stop. You weren't quite ready to talk about the incident. We're still trying to reconcile with the rejection. But as Leandros continued, you found your worries were unfounded. It's about my mission, and about why I want you to stay behind. Is that what you talked to Jaws about? Is that what Jaws talked with you about? Judging by his silence and the way he turned his head away from you and back out towards the water, hit you like a nail on the head. You almost wanted to sigh in relief, knowing you wanted to discuss a topic other than the bath incident. He said nothing but things I didn't already know. As much as I hated to hear it, especially from a stranger, I knew he was right. I know full well of my oath that I swore to you. I remember the day as though I was looking upon a painting. I was so proud then, and naive. He says that I'm running away from my duties by leaving you all alone on this island. That if I do, I truly will have failed you as your guardian. What else am I supposed to do? Bring you along is suicide. We might as well leap off a cliff. Leandros, I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you. I still live and breathe because you have kept me safe. Even when I would get into trouble, you were always there. I know it's cliche, but you really were just like the picturesque knight in those fairy tales. Whenever I'm with you, I feel safe, and I know that you'll protect me. You say that, but what happens if I don't arrive in time? What if I'm late? Just like before in the gardens, you were left to fend off that assassin, and you did what you could, and you almost died. Yet here I am. I know that you can't be there for me all the time. You're not my shadow, but you've protected me to this point, right? You can say that you failed me, but if you really have, then why am I still here? Why am I still alive? This is why I believe in you. I admire your resolve, but still, we've made it this far, haven't we? There have been thugs and assassins and sea monsters. A lot has happened in these past weeks. So many dangers, and you have saved me from every single one. Leandros, you're the strongest person I know, and I feel safe with you by my side, even if you don't believe in that yourself. Whatever is in Renero, I know we can overcome it. Besides, I've come to my own resolve. I'm not going to be chained down here. I'm not going to hide. Regardless if you bring me along, I'll find my own way back to the mainland. Huh. Seems even now you're dead set on doing things your own way and never listening to me. I thought I could tie you down to a tree either. I think you and I both know I'd find a way to break free from that. As stubborn as you are, I don't doubt it. Jake, I want you to make me a promise. I want you to promise me that if I let you come with me, you will do exactly as I say. No more running around and doing things your way. If I tell you to stay put, you will stay put. And if I tell you to run, you will. What is this all for? Some kind of compromise? Leandros, I can look after... Promise me! You nearly fell backwards as Leandro stepped up to you. There was a fierceness in his eyes that you hadn't seen before in years. He looked angry, but you could tell that it wasn't aimed at you. He was very serious about every word that came out of his mouth, and you knew that your next words would have to be equally so. I promise. I'm trusting you, Jake, against all of my better judgment. I do not know what kinds of dangers we'll face in Renero, which is why I need you to listen to me. And also, starting tomorrow, you are going to train with me, every day starting at dawn. Training? What kind? Sword training. Why would I need more sword training? Considering where we are going, I feel much safer knowing if you knew how to properly defend yourself in the event that we were ever apart. As it currently stands, you'd not last a minute if you were swept up in a fight with the enemy. And just what do you mean by that? Just last week I sent you flat onto your back. That, Jake, was me holding back. Really now. Did you truly believe that you could honestly hold your own against me at my best? Well, yeah. What? Jake, if I was really trying to kill you, you would have been dead long before you unsheathed your blade. Lion's voice and his intense glare sent shivers down your spine. You weren't even certain if you were looking at your Kingsguard anymore. Soon you caught him crack, and a suppressed giggle came out of his mouth. Oh god, I'm not gonna laugh right now. It's gonna make me hiccup. What's so funny? The look on your face. You nearly gave me a heart attack there. He gave the lion a quick punch to his arm to hopefully vent out your stress, but it only seemed to hurt you more than it did him. My apologies, but I couldn't resist. Jeez. But it's good to know that you can still laugh. Yeah. But to be truly honest with you, Jake, this training will be nothing like I taught you before. No more games. What I plan to teach you will be real. Really? When your father finally agreed to let me teach you how to use a sword, he only did so on one condition. That I wouldn't teach you anything that you could reliably use in a fight. And what do you mean by that? It means that our training sessions up until now have largely been for sport. A little bit of play fighting, if you will. Wait, you mean to tell me you've been teaching me useless moves and techniques? I wouldn't say useless. Looking back on it now, perhaps if I did actually teach you properly. Leandros, what's in the past is the past. And you and I both know how strict Father was, and about how you wouldn't. And I know you wouldn't defy him. It's not too late to teach me now. I'm ready to learn. I suppose you're right. Still, I wish it had never come to this. He watched as Leandros pulled out his blade and examined it. The silver sheen that you were normally used to looked dull in the sunlight. He wasn't as diligent recently in taking care of it. You couldn't really blame him with all that had happened. As you patted your side, you were once again reminded that you didn't have your own sword. It was likely on the bottom of some trench far out at the sea, likely to never see the light of day again. Jake, do you know the purpose of a sword? Huh? Why are you asking me that? Before I picked up my first blade, before any knight picks up their first blade for that matter, we were all told by our instructors. Is this supposed to be some words of wisdom or a lesson? I suppose you can call it that. Are you not going to teach me? Are you not going to teach me if I give you the wrong answer? No, but I want to know your thoughts. So, what is your answer? What is a sword used for? Protecting people. It makes me relieved to know that you could answer it so quickly. Kind of curious. I'm serious about this, Jake. Sorry. Okay. I suppose that is one way to use a sword. But I was thinking about something more broad than that. Alright, so we're going to press it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Almer. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing our ultimate tier anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!